We'll start with Abigail. All right. I like Abigail. I love her hair. She likes to play video games. She loves to go into the dungeon. She plays her little flute. She's proficient in combat. You know, I'm a fan of Abigail. People want to hate on Abigail. I get so much Abigail hate all the time when I stream Stardew. I don't know what it is. What do you guys hate so much about Abigail? What is fundamentally wrong with Abigail? Is it because she eats rocks? B tier, she's low key annoying. Because you move in and she goes, "Oh wow, shame I can't trespass anymore." I love trespassing. Trespassing is super fun. I'm a huge fan of breaking and entering, trespassing. B tier? I don't know, man. I actually really like Abigail. I'm kind of a big fan. Just do it and don't tell me. She's my manic pixie dream girl. Yeah. I don't feel good about putting her in B tier. I think Abigail actually sits comfortably for me at A tier. This is my personal tier list. This is my personal opinion. I actually think Abigail sits comfortably in A tier. I'm a fan of Abigail. I'm a fan of Abigail. A for her name. Yeah, exactly. Comfortable at A tier, not S tier. No, but A tier. Yeah, I like her. I like her. All right, I do. I don't think she's that bad. I don't think she's that bad. I think she's quite good actually. Blinded by the purple hair. I do love purple hair. Purple hair for me is a huge slay. All right, we got to keep it moving. Alex is okay. First of all, he's a man. Second of all, he's into sports. You can miss me with that. I really don't care about sports. What does Alex give you? I don't know. Alex is male farmer on top. My friend says guys who always marry Abigail are red flags. I only married her once. I'd like to marry all of them, honestly. He low key a cutie. When you marry, does it give you anything good? I don't know. I've never married Alex before. But Alex for me is like he's got low intrigue. He does not have any mystery about him. I feel like Alex is very boring and basic. He's like a snooze fest for me. I'm not really into Alex. I've never wanted to marry him. He's never said anything that made me laugh. Alex is interesting if you're a male farmer, but that's kind of it. He's also sexist. You can't fix him. He's Alex is not fixable. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but Alex for me is like D tier. He's D tier. I don't like him. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of Alex. Does we have to be friends on Steam for me to gift you said game so I can make a donation? Or well, we could be friends on Steam. Can you send me a request? I'll add you as a friend on Steam. We'll talk about it after the stream. Alex is D tier, bro. He's D tier. He's D tier. Who is this? Does anybody know who this man is? I recognize everyone on this list but him. Who is he? Is he the bouncer? That's the only thing I can think of is that he's the bouncer for the casino. I think he's the bouncer for the casino. Is that right? Does anybody know? That's probably it. That was Mr. Q. He's that dude that guards the door in the desert. Yeah, I think so. I think he's the bouncer. I mean, like he's C tier. There's nothing to say about him. I don't even know why he's on the list. I guess because he has a profile portrait, but like he's really not interesting at all. What is there to say? His name is legit bouncer. Okay, C tier is fine. He's better than Alex. Uh, let's move right along. There's nothing to say. He's above Alex. Yeah. I don't like. I feel neutral. The C tier for me is neutral. Like if I don't have a feeling about you, you go into C. I actually hate Alex, so Alex can go into D. Next up we have Caroline. Caroline, man, as I want to bury the lead, but I love Caroline so much. I love Caroline, dude. I love Caroline. It's crazy that you can't marry Caroline. Pierre needs to get divorced. Yeah, I love Caroline. You should be able to marry Caroline. She's got the tea room. She's got pretty green hair. She's gorgeous. She's beautiful. She's got a great, gentle, loving, caring personality. There's nothing wrong with Caroline. She's perfect. I couldn't imagine a better character in Stardew Valley, in my humble opinion. And she's stuck with a man that doesn't love her. S tier. Caroline's S tier. She's fantastic. Mama, a ghost jam with a ring behind you. Yes, indeed. Okay. Next up, we have maybe the most unfortunate character in Stardew Valley of all time. Clint, I kind of feel bad for you. I kind of feel bad for you, but that doesn't mean that your behavior is excusable. You're very gross. You don't know how to talk to women because you don't think that they're real human beings. You need to look inward and maybe seek professional help. I mean, there's a lot with Clint, man. I'm not a fan of Clint. It's hard not to like empathize with Clint and want to like help him find help, but like Clint is really like problematic. He's very creepy towards Emily. New tier for Clint and Pierre. Yeah, honestly, I do need an F tier. Why doesn't Pierre love her? Oh, Caroline. It's not that he doesn't love her, but like a Pierre to me, we'll get to Pierre. We'll get to Pierre. We'll talk about Pierre in a little bit. At least Alex has a character arc. Alex grows out of his misogyny. Yeah, Clint for me, Clint is actually worse than Alex. I think Clint and Alex both belong in D tier. If there was an F tier, I'd put Clint in F tier. Should put Stardew Valley soundtrack on the background. I actually could get away with that. I'll edit it in after we're done recording. This will get edited again before it goes on YouTube. So that's a good idea. We'll do it after. It's good thinking because Concerned Ape not too mad about people using his music. I don't think it'll get claimed. I love Stardew Salad. Okay, next up is Demetrius. Stardew Valley has a diversity issue. I'm just gonna come out and say it. Like it has a slight diversity issue. It's not a big cast of characters, but I'm not super in love with Demetrius. Some of his interactions with Robin are a little weird. I think I like, but Demetrius maybe like autistic. I don't know. Like, is Demetrius like acting malevolently, or is he just like who he is, and like sometimes there's a little friction? Like he's a little like rigid, annoying if you ask me, and an unfortunate reputation. I don't like that he ignores Sebastian. Yeah, that's pretty beat up. He definitely like favors Maru. He also threatens you if you get close with Maru. Yeah, he's a little bit of a helicopter parent. He's a little too overprotective. He definitely loves one of his kids more than the other. And he could be a little nicer to Robin. But I don't think he's D tier. You know, he's smart. He's intelligent. For sure. He's a man who probably cares more about his work than his wife, which is, unfortunate. But like that's for me, I don't think he belongs in D tier. I would probably put Demetrius in C tier. He's better than the bouncer. Okay. He's better than the bouncer. Above Alex, maybe C tier for me. It's your tier list. Yeah, I think he does have some redeeming qualities. Yeah. He needs more positive characteristics, in my opinion. Yeah, his writing could use a little more elaboration. But yeah, C tier for Demetrius. The dwarf, love him. Love him. He doesn't get a lot of screen time, but he does sell bombs, which is super nice. It takes a lot to be able to talk to the dwarf. You need 4 of the scrolls. I've had some playthroughs where I'm not able to talk to the dwarf at all, but I do adore him. Yeah, he does no wrong. I'm trying my best here. I'm fighting so many things today. You have no idea. The world is working against me today. Doesn't matter. I love the dwarf. He's fantastic. He's such a cute little dude. The dwarf is actually S tier for me. I think he's perfect. Okay, moving on to Elliot. Elliot, probably like the biggest romantic in the game. I think you have to admire him for that. He's a little delusional. He's got a sick house. He lives on the beach. He loves to write. He loves words. He looks like Fabio, you know. I think he's conventionally attractive. Do I love him? Does he have a sick house? Well, he has a sick location. His house is actually just like a shack with a piano inside. But you've never been inside his house. It's not that it's cute in there. It is just like a wooden shack. It's a lame house, but a good location. Yeah, yeah. The location is what's nice. It's kind of like Matthew McConaughey. Matthew McConaughey is rich, but he chooses to live on the beach in like a trailer. I feel like Elliot's kind of the same way. We could use my farmer money to fix it up. It's fine. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Say A or B tier, but not above Abigail. He's actually not that bad as far as the male bachelors go. Like, I guess that's an oxymoron, but as far as the bachelors go, like Elliot's pretty chill. I'd rather marry Elliot over what's his name? Elliot for me is B tier. I don't think Elliot reaches A tier, but Elliot is B tier. Okay, Emily, this one's gonna be a little contentious. I'm not like a huge fan of Emily. She's not my favorite. Elliot's one of my favorite male bachelors. I'm not crazy about Emily, bro. Like she's like quirky, she's unique, but like there's something about Emily that just like doesn't do it for me. Emily has personality, but if you don't like her, you don't like her. Yeah, she's all right. She's all right. She's not my favorite. She's not my favorite. Emily looks too disheveled for me. Yeah, I'm not. You really got to rock with the manic pixie dream girl. Yeah, it's for Emily. I don't like. She's cool. She's cool. She was initially you could not marry Emily. I think people voted for a new bachelor slash bachelorette candidate, and they voted for Emily. And I'm like, why? You could have picked Caroline. You know, well maybe you couldn't have, but you could have picked somebody else. She's B tier for me. She's fine. She's like Elliot. She's fine. She gives off the meme from the early 2000s. Crazy girlfriend dies. Yeah, or Sandy. Sandy. See, they could have voted for Sandy. You still can't marry Sandy because they picked Emily. She isn't bad, but she's not great. She's like B tier for me. Okay, moving on. Evelyn. Evelyn's such a sweetie. I love Evelyn. I think Evelyn loves tulips. She's very kind to George. She takes great care of George. I feel like she reminds me of my own late grandmother, R.I.P. Fly High. Evelyn's great, dude. Evelyn would not be transphobic. No, I don't think so. For me, I don't know if Evelyn's S tier, but she's really great. I would put Evelyn in A tier, actually above Abigail. I'd probably rank Evelyn above Abigail. I like Evelyn a little bit more than Abigail, just a little bit more. She's really cool. As far as like elders are concerned, Evelyn rocks. Evelyn's real cool. George. Moving on to George. I resonate with George a lot. I spent a portion of my life in a wheelchair, and I have chronic arthritis. So like George really reminds me of myself. He's like an older version of me. I know that he's like angry and grumpy all the time, and I get it. Like chronic arthritis does make you angry and grumpy all the time. Like I completely see where he's coming from. He's got male pattern baldness, and he's kind of stuck in his house. There's not a lot he can do. George has a lot of complexity. I think immediately you're like, oh, George. But like it's me in real life. Yeah, I legit love him. People baby him also, no matter he's grumpy. Yeah, Penny moving his chair without asking. No wonder he's grumpy. Yeah, it's George has a lot of complexity, in my opinion. I like George a lot. I do think that ultimately, like Evelyn is the angel to George's devil, but it's not to say George is a devil. He's just like I feel like they're like they got the yin and yang. They complement each other really well. I like them both a lot. I do like Evelyn better than George, but for me, I like George. I would put him above Elliot and Emily. I like George better than these two. If I had to like do this, So I think George is like high B tier. So Gil is like he's neutral for me. Like he's cool, right? But he doesn't have a lot of dialogue, and he really just like is essentially a placeholder for like a user interface moment. Like he's fine. He's C tier. Upload raw footage, raw footage if you're brave. We talked about so much today. I'd have to be really brave. Above Bouncer, in my opinion. No, you're right. Below Demetrius, yeah, he is sandwiched comfortably between Demetrius and the Bouncer. Got a little thruple action going on here. You know what I mean? Who's the guy in the black hat? He is the Bouncer. He doesn't let you into the casino prior to completing a quest in Stardew Valley. He's the man standing between you and the casino. He's a spy. That's a little thruple. Yeah, with a pretty mighty age gap, I'd say. Okay, back to the tier list. Mr. Mayor, or sorry, the governor. He's the governor, right? Governor. I'm pretty sure he's the governor. He's really cute. I love his style. I love his fit. He's got a little blush. He's just so cute. I really like him actually. I think he's B tier for me. I like him better than Elliot and Emily. I don't think he makes it A tier because he doesn't get a lot of screen time, but he's pretty fantastic. Haven't heard of Crow Country. I don't think. Yeah, it's an indie game. Definitely looks like a PlayStation 1 game. Crobus Country. He's the governor. Feed him pants. Yeah, you can put pants in the soup. He loves to eat soup. Every year he taste tests the soup. Saw that on TikTok. Started following you after Cats 2 playthrough. Oh, that was so fun. I got to get back to that actually. B tier, he's a cutie. Yeah, I really like him. You love the dwarf? I do, yeah. I really love the dwarf. Yeah, I think the dwarf's great. He looks like a pimp. Yeah, he kind of does, doesn't he? What's good, guys? Hey, what's up, Kimmy? Honestly, it's cute that he tastes a small town soup once a year. It really is. It's a really like humble thing to do when you're the governor of a county or whatever. It's like, okay. Next up, we have Grandpa, the ghost of Grandpa. Grandpa rocks. Grandpa bequeathed so many acres of land to his. I mean, if my grandfather did this for me, I would rank him S tier, to be honest. I mean, land these days is hard to come by. Not only land, but a house, like a whole lifestyle. Grandpa essentially opened the way for you to like leave your corporate hellscape and go live in a rural society and like farm for a living. Like it literally changed the course of your life for the better. A savior. Grandpa's S tier. It's the whole reason Stardew Valley is a thing. You know what I mean? And he's a ghost. Grandpa lowered to A tier for choice of bed. And what's wrong with Grandpa's bed? Oh my God, you're right. What is he sleeping on? What is that? What am I looking at? Okay, this image is so funny. It's crazy. He's sleeping on a cot. Oh, this one's pretty good too. All the Joja Cola. Where is your mattress? The box spring. It's just four posts and like a very thin mattress. No wonder he died. He probably died from discomfort. That's nuts. Is that a hospital bed? It's actually even worse. I feel like you still get a better bed in a hospital. Grandpa is S tier for me though. Okay, what is his name? Gus? What is the archaeologist dude? Is it Gus? I can't remember his name for some reason. Museum guy. What is he called? Oh, Gunther. His name's Gunther. Yeah, Gunther Sylvian, the curator. I've always felt like this dude's kind of weird. He honestly gives me bad vibes, and I don't like him very much. There's something about this man I cannot trust. I don't know if it's the hat. I don't know if that like there's something about him I don't like. I would actually put Gunther in D tier below Clint and Alex. I really don't like him. I'm just not a fan. He's so withholding. Like just give me the star drop. Why do I have to complete your museum collection for you myself? Go out there and get the stuff on your own. He's just operating when you show up to town, he's operating an empty museum. What have you accomplished? You've done nothing. You've done nothing at all. What kind of thought went into Dwarf in A tier? Oh, S tier? I really love the Dwarf. He sells you bombs. Like his shop, top tier. He gets into a beef with Krobus. There's like a little bit of lore with Dwarf and Krobus. Also, for me, Dwarf is kind of an underdog. Dwarf has like a good underdog story. I just really like the Dwarf. He's cute. He just appeals to me. It's more of a personal decision for me. Imagine if he's low key acoustic. Doesn't change any. Doesn't change the way that I feel. Bump him to C at least. Rope, lamp, oil bombs. What does Dwarf do wrong? Yeah, why wouldn't give me one good reason to lower Dwarf a tier? No. Gunther for me, I don't like Gunther. This is my personal tier list. I'm not moving him up. He's not going anywhere. He belongs here. It's a vibes thing. It's a vibes thing. Sometimes you need to trust your gut, and my gut is telling me that he is a demonic entity that should not be trusted. All right, Gus is absolutely fantastic. I do think Gus may be part of the LGBTQ community, but I can't confirm. I actually don't know. I really like him. He sells great things at his store. He comes to your house with the soup and just gives it to you. You've been my favorite streamer. Your voice is so calming and chat vibes are so great. Thank you so much. That's insanely kind. Thank you so much for saying that. Sorry, don't ever talk on TikTok. That is completely fine. That is not an issue. Like I said, lurkers always. No, I accidentally put him in D tier, and then Pokey threw Dookie on him. No. That wasn't meant for him. That was not meant for you. That was clearly meant for Clint. That is my bad, Gus. I'm so sorry. I put Gus in the line of fire. Pokey was lining up a Dookie for Clint, and I accidentally dropped Gus right into the line of fire. That is so unfortunate. I'm so sorry, Gus. Oh yeah, we're gonna keep that in for sure. I hope it gets saved on the recording. I actually don't know if the Dookie is saved on the recording. If not, maybe I'll rip it from the Twitch bot or something. We'll figure it out. Anyways, Pokey, thank you for the Dookie, by the way. Okay. Where were we? Yeah, it's giving LGBTQ. I just EK says that a lot, and it got in my head. Now I think I feel the same way, but I really like him a lot. He's a big sweetie. He can do no wrong in my eyes. He's A tier. He's above Abigail, but below Evelyn. I don't think he's perfect because maybe his prices are a little $120 for a salad. I don't know. That seems a little excessive. I guess we're looking at a different economy, but like, I don't know. Sometimes his prices are a little outrageous for me. Okay, moving on to Haley. Okay, so the first time I ever played this game, blind playthrough in college, I met Haley and was immediately infatuated. And it turns out she's really mean. She's got like a very tough exterior, but like honestly, like empathizing with her, looking at the town that she's living in, seeing what she's dealing with, like I kind of get it. I love Haley a lot. Haley sometimes reminds me of EK a little bit. If you take away the meanness, EK has never been mean a day in her life. She's the nicest person alive. But Haley is she's a little rough around the edges. She's not mean. She's an influencer, yeah. She's gorgeous. She has a really good character arc, in my opinion. I feel like Haley's the most likely to surprise you. You know what I mean? She has like the biggest change from beginning to end. She's giving me mermaid vibes. I don't know. I just really like Haley. She loves nature. She goes around and takes photos of cows and then develops them in her room. I really like her. I feel like she's got a lot of personality. The only thing about Haley is that she's in love with Alex, and I feel like I'm getting between them. I think Haley deserves better than Alex, but I do feel like I am sort of like getting into a messy situation with Haley, and I feel like there's a part of her that always longs for Alex, even if you get married. So it's kind of it's kind of the thing. It's a complexity. I think Haley's good, but I don't love her as much as others do. Legit, her biggest flaw is Alex. You're saving her. Hey, it was a Latrice. For me, that doesn't stop Haley from being S tier, but I will put her below Grandpa. It's Haley, Grandpa, Dwarf, Caroline. She doesn't have options beside Alex. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. She deserves an attractive person, someone on her level of hotness. But that's not Alex. I'm sorry. Alex is. He's got nice hair. I'll give him that. Nice hair, good eyebrows, and a good jawline. But Haley is S tier for me. Yeah. Sebastian likes Maru. I feel odd marrying him too. Oh, Abigail. Yeah, Sebastian is into Abigail. And I feel like Sam is too. I don't know. It's Harvey time. It's Harvey time. Harvey is. He deserves George 40 years younger. Harvey is interesting. I like Harvey. I feel like Harvey is a soft man, and soft men should be celebrated. You know, he's gentle, he's caring, he's empathetic, he's in touch with his feelings. Harvey is a snooze. He is a little boring, and he doesn't know how to swim. He has to wear floaties when he goes swimming, so that like that may give you the ick potentially. It's a possibility that you could get the ick from Harvey. Harvey's low-key so fine, even with his little floaties. Why does he make me pay if I pass out, even if we're married? That's a good question. It's a very valid question. He's really into planes. He's a big plane guy. He has like a little radio in his bedroom that he uses to like, I don't know, listen to pilots talking. I don't really know what's going on there. He's adorable. He's cute. He's not like conventionally attractive or like very sexy. He doesn't have like a wow factor. But I feel like he's consistent. He's got to make that bank. Yeah. He's the only doctor in town. So he's a nerd. Yeah. He's cute. I find him attractive when people cosplay him. Yeah. He does dress well. Yeah. He's dressed well. I actually think Harvey is A tier. I'm surprised to say it, but I do think that he's A tier. I think he's up there for me. He's a pretty good guy. I like him. I would hang out with Harvey. He's A tier for me. Yeah, I don't know. Now that I'm thinking about it, now that I'm looking at the bigger picture, Harvey's A tier. He looks good, but his personality is eh. Yeah, that's fair. Okay. We got a fun one here. We got the Goblin. We got the Stardew Valley Goblin. Do I know much about this guy? Does he have a name? Oh, Henchman. Okay. Stardew Valley Henchman. He is a goblin, right? Yeah, the goblin problem. Yeah, yeah. There's not a lot to say about the henchman. Gooner Goblin. But I do like him. I have like he's like, he's a fantasy character. He's very fictional. I like that there's a goblin living in the town. I don't know. There's not much to say, but like yeah, he's S tier. I mean, he's just cool. He's just really cool. I wish he got more screen time. He's kind of just like the bouncer. Yeah, but if you put the bouncer and the goblin next to each other, I'm picking the goblin 100% of the time. Like if it was a choice between him or him, like he just has way more personality. Bouncer is just bouncer, but a goblin, there's something deeper there. There's something about him that speaks to me. All right, we'll move on. Who's this? Jazz D tier. I don't like the kids. Okay. Jody. Jody. I love Jody. Jody is another person that I wish I could marry. You know what I mean? Like she's really hot. I don't know. I'm really like a truly deeply infatuated by Jody. Something about Jody and Caroline, man. They just both speak to me. She's very cute. She's very sweet. She's basically like taking care of the kids while Kent is like, is he at war? What is he doing? He's just gone for the first year. Caroline is greater than Jody. MILF jams. You might you might say that. Maybe I do have a type. Maybe I do have a type, but I really like Jody. There's something about her that just speaks to me. Look at her eyes. I don't know. I really like Jody. Jody for me is probably A tier. I think I like her more than Harvey, more than Abigail, less than Gus and Evelyn. She doesn't quite make S tier, but I really do like Jody. I like Jody a lot. It's kind of way about him. Next up, we're looking at Kent. Kent is absent for the first year, and then he moves into town in the second year because I think he was at war. Uh, I do support our troops. He's a veteran of somebody's war and somebody's military, so he's probably seen some things and he's got some trauma for sure. He's coming back to a family he hasn't seen in over a year. I don't know. Yeah, but do I like him? Not really. I feel like I'm just gonna put him in C tier. I'm not crazy about him. He's kind of boring. He's one of the more boring characters for me. Like his personality trait is that he's been to war. Like I need more. I need more from you, Kent. Give me more. Give me more. Where's the intrigue? Where's the drama? Where's the personality? I haven't seen it. Until I see it, he's gonna be in C tier for me. I don't really care about Kent. Yeah, no, neither do I. Jazz being below Clint is crazy. She's just a kid. Yeah, but like I don't know. Okay, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. Below Alex, above Clint, and what's his face? The demon, the evil lurking in town. Oh, now we're talking. Now we're talking. We're on to Krobus. It's Krobus time. Does Kent support the military industrial complex or nah? I don't think he could. I think if you asked Kent that, he would be like, What are you saying? What do those words mean?" I don't think Kent is like. He feels new to the world. I hate the kids though. I'm not crazy about the kids. Just picked up my Ghostface PJ set from Spirit Halloween. Let's go. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Kent is like. I think that's too complex for him. Okay, Krobus. Krobus time, baby. I love Krobus. Krobus is one of my favorite characters. Actually, for this particular moment, I feel like it makes sense to be Krobus. You know what I mean? I love Krobus that much. I know this one scares you guys, but Kaylee, thank you so much for the dookie. Thank you very much. I love Krobus. Krobus you can move in with. Krobus is a romanceable character, sort of. I don't know if you're like in a romantic relationship or you're just living together as be like cohabitating the space. It's really hard to say, but it doesn't matter. Krobus is a little cutie patootie, and I love him so much. Yeah, he's a demon. He's like a sewer demon. He has a shop in the sewer. He's so interesting. He's got beef with the dwarf. You thanking for the dookie is so funny. Yeah, I figured I would treat it like gifts on TikTok, where I just thank you for the object instead of the amount of bits or coins or what have you. And it feels right. It feels right. I was like, "Where's Reno?" That's the wrong game. Oh, I should do a. Oh, you're so right though. I should do a tier list for Fields of Mystria as well. I would be Krobus to be honest. Krobus is so INFJ. He's not like the others. Yeah, there's a lot I like about Krobus. Krobus for me may be my favorite character in the entire game. I love Krobus so much, so much. Non-binary monarch. Oh, that's really hard to say. Non-binary monarch. I love Krobus. Fantastic character. Great design. So much personality. Really adds a lot to the game. You know what I mean? Krobus is great. Krobus is great. Ooh, Leah. Leah. I don't dislike Leah. I don't like Leah. Leah for me is like C tier. There is a moment where you go to Leah's house and I think her ex calls her and like you're supposed to be having like a moment with her, but she's so caught up with their ex. Leah doesn't know how to cut it off. She's got a thing. She's got a thing. She needs to like Leah needs to work on herself before she's ready for a relationship with somebody else. And the fact that she's willing to enter a relationship when she's still got like a, like a there's still a link there, You need to either sever the tie or go back to your man. But like don't get me involved, right? She didn't tell me up front that she has like this thing in her past that she hasn't resolved yet, and I don't want to be a part of that. Also her art is like I know art is subjective. It's just not for me. Do you want to see it? Oh, right. It's just not for me, guys. Oh, not like this. I meant like not like this. Okay, look, there's some freaks on the internet. Um anyways, like look, it's like what is it? It's like a big circular wood tentacle thing. Like it's ugly. I'm sorry, C tier. Below Kent. I don't like Leo. This is a pixel art game. Be nice. Right? My art when I draw things with my fingers is way better. Look up Leah's sculpture. Oh, okay. Leah's sculpture. Yeah. What is that? Oh, it actually looks better here. It looks like they improved it. But this is what it used to look like. It's not speaking to me. It's not speaking to me. And neither is Leah. Leah is C tier for me. TBH. It's art sweaty. I like it. Croissantish. Never heard of it. Everyone sees art in a different way. Her art just might not be for you, Ghost. I'm seeing a lot of Leah apologists in the chat. What's going on? Why is everybody smiling? What's happening? Hey, the bit goal has been met. 325 out of 250. Bit goal achieved, baby. Thank you so much for the bits today. Thank you for supporting the live. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you very much. Matt, thank you so much for the firework. I didn't realize how underwhelming that would be. I'm going to decrease the price expeditiously. I need to write that down. I thought the firework would be like the whole screen, We're taking that down a notch. Thank you so much for the firework, Matt. Thank you very much. Want to break from the ads? It was a very cute firework, but I was hoping for more razzle dazzle. You know what I mean? Like a little more. Matt, thank you for the tomatoes and the eggs. Oh, well, my notes are a mess. I wish you guys could see my notes right now. They are just all over. I don't even know what's what anymore. I'm writing down reduce the cost of fireworks. There we go. Thank you so much. Thank you very much, Matt. It's the firework in the room with us. All right, we're getting there. We're making progress. Okay, Mayor Lewis. Oh my God. Actually, welcome back, Wolf. There is one person in Stardew Valley that I might hate more than everyone else. I don't know. There's two. There's two people that I hate more than everybody else. It's gonna be tough. Why is he kind of hot? Mayor Lewis? Hear me out on Mayor Lewis. I absolutely will not hear anyone out. I will not be hearing anyone out on Mayor Lewis. Mayor Lewis may be the devil himself. He may be Satan in human's clothing. Have you been in his basement? Polky, thank you so much for the dookie. You can make a staircase and put it by his bed and go into his basement. And if you haven't seen his basement, if you haven't been down there, I highly recommend it. There is a PC with a bottle of lotion next to it. and then a lot of barrels. It's like a labyrinth in his basement. And his underwear has been possessed by a ghost and attacks you in his basement. Yeah, no, this is real. This is real. I'm not even making this up. See if I can find it.
Ever
He put a staircase in his bedroom. And then look, you go down here, and he's got like a maze in his basement. And then there's a pair of his underwear, his purple shorts down there. And once you grab them, another pair of sentient shorts comes to life and starts chasing you around. It's just weird. Not the goon ghost. Yeah, exactly. It's crazy, man. It's absolutely wild. So there's clearly something deeply wrong with him. Also, look at her. She's so cute. Why would you be ashamed of being in love with Marnie? It's like his fetish. Why are we always retrieving his underwear? Yeah, it's there's a spider in my room. Oh, wait, oh, well, get out of there. You gotta leave. You probably disturbed the spiders with all your packing and moving, and now they're coming out to play. You gotta move quick. Cause she stands in front of the microwave all day like a freak. She just loves radiation. I kind of get it. Sometimes I put something in the microwave, and I like to watch the plate spin. Get me a little radiation poisoning. Never hurt nobody. But yeah, Marty's super cute. Why would you be ashamed of that? Why would you want to hide that relationship? They're out there. Maybe it's just what they're into. Maybe they like sneaking around, getting caught in the bushes. But I mean, for me, I'd be loud and proud about this. Loud and proud. Mayor Lewis, you may be the devil himself. You were in D tier, very bottom. Okay, Linus. I love, I love Linus so much. Don't touch what doesn't belong to you. Don't touch the undies. Yeah, you broke into his house. You dug into his basement, and then you found his underwear. I get that, but at the same time, like sometimes you gotta fight the demons, and he is clearly not right. He is evil manifest. Linus for me, I like Linus a lot. No one in the town likes Linus. They see him digging around in the garbage because hey, he's got to eat, and they want to get mad at him for it. Everybody wants to yell at Linus. Nobody wants to give him a place to sleep. There is some weird dialogue where he's like, "Yeah, I actually prefer being houseless," which is interesting on Concerned Ape's part. Linus is like, "I chose to be houseless," which wasn't my interpretation at the beginning. I thought that that was due to circumstances. So I don't know. There's some complexity there. There's a little bit of layers. That being said, I still really like Linus. I like him a lot. I don't know if Linus is S tier for me. I don't know if I like him that much, but I do like Linus. I put Linus in like A tier below Harvey. I think he's here for me. Not S tier, but I like Linus. He's pretty good. He legit expects you to fix the community center with no real reward from him, so that's my real beef with Lewis. That's fair too. There's a lot of reasons to have beef with Lewis. He's got ops like me, just S tier. Love that he doesn't think less of you if you dig through the trash. That's really nice, yeah. Reduce, reuse, recycle. It appears that the farmer and Linus are the only two people in the game who understand that concept, which is wild to me. It's wild. That being said, personally, like he's not my fave. So I'll keep him in low A tier. I think that's good. We have this guy. What is his name? He is in the Adventurers Guild, and he sells weapons. C tier. There's not a lot to say, to be honest. If y'all got any more tea on him, I don't know his name. Martin, could be Martin. I forgot. Yeah, he's kind of forgettable. Marlin. Oh yeah, I think it is Marlin. I don't know. I don't have a lot to say about Marlin. I don't have many opinions. I feel pretty neutral on Marlin, like more neutral than the rest of the people I have in the neutral C tier category. So Marlin, it's C tier, whatever. There's nothing to say. Is he above Leah? Yeah, he is. He sure is. Yeah, Leah is like on thin ice for me. Leah could easily drop into D tier if Maybe if I had one more technical difficulty today, I would take it out and put Leah in D tier, to be honest. Okay, Marnie. Marnie is a cutie patootie. I love her, but I also hate her and can't stand her. So Marnie has this issue where she owns a store and sells vital, important items, but never runs the store, which is a huge problem for me. To buy animals, to get animal feed. There are times when my animals were starving and I needed hay for them in the winter, and I went to go buy it and she wasn't working, so my animals would have to suffer and starve for another day. Yeah, she should have curbside pickup at the very least. Now, I will say there is one thing. 1.6 update rectifies this issue with a book that you can unlock that makes her store open 24/7, which should have been the case from the beginning. So 1.6 changes this a little bit. It's not as big of an issue as it used to be. However, I'm not going to put her in S tier. She's very cute. I really do love her. For me, she's more of like a middle A tier. I like her better than Linus, Harvey, and Abigail, but I like her less than Jody. So I think she'll sit right here in A tier. Wow, we get something we deserved from the start. Yeah. And she takes care of Jazz. Yeah, that's true. Is she Jazz's mom? Who is Jazz's mom? I actually don't know anything about the kids at all. Okay, moving on. Maru. I like Maru a lot. She's super cute. Very into Maru. She's a nerdy girl. She likes to work on machines and she makes little robots. Am not down with Maru's fashion sense. I'm not big on overalls. Overalls are actually a huge turnoff for me, so it is what it is. I'm seeing a common theme here. Yeah, you might be catching on to that. I'm a little conflicted on Maru in terms of just like wanting to marry her. Jazz was adopted by Shane, and they both moved in with their aunt Marnie. I think. Oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I like Maru. I don't really have any like big beef with Maru. Maybe she's a little immature, just a little. I just like I know a lot of grown adults who wear overalls. It's not there's nothing wrong with it. It's just not for me personally. It's not a look that I like. The only time I saw overalls and I was like, yeah, that's fashionable is where they had half of the overalls like unclipped. So it gave it like an asymmetrical look. I think the symmetry in the overalls is what really does it for me. They're just too symmetrical. I don't know. There's something about it. I just don't like them. Yeah, Maru is a scientist. Imagine how useful those are for her. What overalls? Oh yeah, to like hold her stuff. She could be wearing like cargo pants. I really love half unclipped overalls. That actually works for me a lot. Yeah, no shape. Yeah, where's the silhouette? It gives like a boxy silhouette area, like a. It's just too much. It's not even like baggy. I don't know. Anyways, I feel like I'm talking more about overalls than I am about Maru. Maru for me is high B. I like her better than Emily, Elliot, the governor, and George. So I'll put her in high B. High B for Maru. If she's bending over a lot, they're useful too. That's fair. It's not even a baggy fit shape. No, it's not. I think she could have worn coveralls or a boiler suit to make her look more mature. That's just me though. I'm kind of with you on that. It's like wearing a space suit. Yeah, Maru for me is at B tier. All right, we're about to get controversial. This is Mr. Joja himself. I actually don't know what his name is. Morris. His name is Morris. Morris is problematic. However, I will say that Morris runs a store where his products are cheaper and more affordable than his competitor, which, if you're going for a capitalistic vibe, that is the way to go. That is, capitalism apparently breeds innovation and competition. It is at the heart of capitalism that you compete with your competitors, more profits, more customers. I don't know. It's a complex. It's really Morris versus Pierre in the economic space in the town of Stardew Valley. He is a little bit of a scumbag. Yeah, he is trying to undercut the competition. That being said, I hate Pierre so much that I almost welcome a challenger to Pierre's throne. I don't know. I'm getting ahead of myself here. I'm getting ahead of myself here because we're gonna get to Pierre. Morris for me is not inherently evil. I low key love capitalism. Morris is not. I don't like love Morris. I don't even really feel positive about Morris. For me, Morris is low, very low C tier. I love the JoJo route so much. It is so much more fun than doing the community center, in my opinion. I hate shopping at JoJo Mart, and the aesthetic is terrible. And he is, he's problematic, and he's probably like a little villain, but he's not like a Lewis. He's like an he's like a mini boss. You know what I mean? All right, I don't know how to pronounce his name. It's Mister. Do we think it's Mister Key? Is it Mister QI? Is it Mister Quai? Is it Qui? Is it Qui? Key? Kai? Kiki? Do you love me? Oh, what? How do you pronounce his name? I don't know. Mr. Chai. I didn't even consider that being an option. Chai, probably. Wow, that was like the last thing I considered actually. QI. Kai, Chef, Chief Keef? Chief Keef? I don't know. He's really freaking cool. He can actually kill you. There is a scene where he murders the farmer, which is really interesting to me. You kind of have to you have to do a glitch and make it to the peak in like behind the train. Yeah, you have to do like a boundary breaking glitch and then like make it to him before you're supposed to, like before you actually achieve perfection in Stardew Valley. And then there's a cutscene where he stabs you to death for cheating. It's pretty wild, actually. I feel like this is Concerned Ape in the game. It's like a sort of like a meta take on like the developer being in the game. It looks really cool. I love his fit. The cosmic stars on his outfit is really sick. He's a cool dude. For me, he's like B tier. He's like high B. He's high B. It's Concerned Ape in the game, so I'm chill with him. Okay, we got Pam. Pam, Pam is an alcoholic, and she does a lot of drunk driving. She's very unkind and abusive to Penny. Um, I feel for people who are addicted to alcohol. I really do. It is an incredibly addictive substance. It's hard to break free from. But in the context of a video game and a likability tier list, yeah, just because you're ill doesn't give you the right to be an ass. I agree with that sentiment wholeheartedly. She's like my mother for real. Yeah, she's like a lot of mothers that I met. I feel like Pam is kind of representative of a lot of people's moms, unfortunately. And I feel for y'all. I feel for y'all. If you got a mom like Pam, my heart goes out to you. It's tough, man. And don't drink and drive, okay? Better yet, don't drink and drive a bus. Putting everyone's lives in danger. Pam for me is D tier. I like her better than Lewis, whoever this guy is, Clint. But I got beef with Pam. I don't like Pam. Okay, I don't like Pam. Drunk Simpsons hit and run stream win. Oh, you're cooking. You're cooking. That's a good idea. I've never been drunk on stream. Don't drink and drive public transportation. That's common sense, bro. It's common sense. What are you thinking? Oh, Penny. Okay, another controversial one. I am low key in love with Penny. I probably married Penny more times than any other bachelorette. Something about her just speaks to me. I don't know. She loves emeralds. Penny really is it for me. Penny is S tier. I love Penny. I love Penny more than Haley, actually. Red flag for loving Penny? How so? Penny is just boring, but I don't know her that well. Why is loving Penny a red flag? I'll hear you out. I like Penny a lot. Red hair, green eyes. Very attractive. She loves to read. Penny greater than Haley any day. That's kind of how I feel. I mean, I love them both. Don't get me wrong. I got a lot of love for Penny and a lot of love for Haley. Does she remind you of EK? A little bit, yeah. EK is sort of like a cross between Penny and Haley for me. Like the EK is like the best of both worlds. Like all Haley's pros and all Penny's pros with none of their cons. So I think that's what it is for me. She's giving LDS, and that's not my type, but okay. Wait, what is LDS? LDS, what does that mean? Long distance server? The Church of, oh, Latter day Saints. My religious trauma speaking. Okay. I see where you're coming from. Mormons. Yeah. Yeah. That being said, I can't help it. The heart wants what the heart wants, and when I boot up a new playthrough of Stardew Valley and I run into Penny, my heart yearns for her. So we're getting there, guys. We're nearly done. Pierre. Pierre is maybe the biggest fraud, phony piece of dirt scumbag in the game. He might even be worse than Mayor Lewis. I really have a lot of hate in my heart for Pierre. Um, he's putting on airs. He treats Caroline like Dookie. He's a D1 capitalism glazer. His prices are outrageous. He belongs in the pits of hell. I hate Pierre so much. I hate Pierre more than Mayor Lewis? Probably. Probably. I can't stand this guy. He's just, to me, he's the worst. When I look at him, I'm filled with rage. Polky, thank you so much for the dookie. Why is he so mean to his wife? His beautiful, loving, kind, understanding, gentle wife. Why? He's a bad father. He's a bad husband. He's a bad capitalist. He's a bad shopkeeper. He's a bad person. Everything is wrong with Pierre and nothing is right. I don't like this guy. I don't like this guy. I don't know how else I can put it, but he just sucks. He just sucks. Concerned Ape made a character I hate more than maybe any other video game character of all time. I feel like I should hate Mary Lewis more, but there's something about Pierre. This rubs me the wrong way. If I meet anyone in real life who's anything like Pierre, it's on sight. Hate him. D tier. Bottom of the barrel. Okay, Robin. Robin is just super hot. She's handy. She's very handy. She's always building stuff. I mean, she provides you with some of the best things in the game. TBH. Coops, fish ponds, upgraded house. I mean, and she's always working. Robin is always working. Her store's open probably more so than anybody else's. The only time she takes time off from work is to go do, like, I don't know, jazzercise. She puts in the work, man. You kind of making me want to replay Stardew and interact with the people. Yeah, I do play Stardew that way sometimes, where I'm just like all about the money, but it's really fun to talk to them. These characters are pretty well written. They have a lot of depth, most of them. Yeah, she's very capable. You can't marry Robin, which is a shame, but she, for better or for worse, is loyal to her man and in love with him. So she's making it work. She's making it work. Yeah, if you're down bad for Robin, I understand completely. I wish I could save Robin. Yeah, I mean, she's really hot. Jazzercise queen. We are running out of time. I'm actually 20 minutes over right now, so I gotta hurry this up. Robin for me is like low S tier. Low S tier. Who is her man? Oh, Demetrius. Where is he? Demetrius is Robin's man. Okay, Sam. Sam is a child. Sam is a man child. All right, Sam needs to grow up fast. It's not that like okay, he's into skateboarding and he likes to play music. That's awesome. It's Sam's emotional maturity for me that has yet to sort of come into fruition. I never want to marry Sam. He's just not grown. He's not grown. And I need him to be grown. There's nothing, he's not a bad person. He doesn't really do anything wrong. But for me personally, I need someone who is grown, someone who knows themselves, someone with emotional maturity. Sam does not have that for me. Sam may be cute. Sam may be cool. But Sam is like, it's just not it for me. Okay. Sam for me is C tier. He is above Morris. He's above Leah. He's above Marlon. He's above Kent. He's above the bouncer. He's above Gil, but he is below Demetrius, I think. I think Sam sits right here in C tier. Below Demetrius, above the rest. Seem fair? He's very frat boy. Yeah, he kind of is, yeah. And for me, that's a little bit of a red flag. I feel like Sam and Alex would get along, and that's why I don't like either one of them. Oh, my love. Sandy. Sandy, it is a truly criminal that you cannot romance Sandy. She's gorgeous. She's beautiful. She's perfect. I love Sandy, dude. Why can't you marry Sandy? Why is she not romanceable? For some reason, the internet voted for Emily when Concerned Ape was like, hey, I want to add a new bachelor or bachelorette to the game. I'm going to let you guys vote. They picked Emily over Sandy. What is wrong with you people? What is wrong with you people? Emily over Sandy? Sandy is pretty. She's mysterious. Who is this diva? I love Sandy. I can't imagine. Is there anything wrong with Emily? No. Why would you pick? Why would you pick Emily over Sandy? My greedy headcanon is that she's trans. Oh, Sandy? I haven't heard that take before. That's interesting. I'll look into that. She's LGBTQ for sure. Yeah. No, I think so. Yeah. I think so. Emily smelled a little musty. Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah, she probably does. Sandy is S tier, bro. It's like Krobus, then Sandy, then Caroline for me. Like Sandy is up there. Sandy's awesome. Has no backing. I doesn't need it, honestly. I kind of like the idea. Okay, Sebastian. I like Sebastian. Sebastian is like a version of me when I'm depressed. You know what I mean? Like I see myself in Sebastian a little bit. Like when I'm in a depressive episode, I'm living just like Sebastian. I'm on my computer all day. I don't wake up till 10 a.m. I'm lying in bed just looking at my phone. I'm taking rips from the bong, all in the same room where I work. But then also, like, I wouldn't mind taking my hog out for a ride if I had one. That'd be kind of fun, riding a motorcycle. Yeah, Sebastian has two wolves inside of him. Yeah, that's me right now. Don't call me out. I mean, I'm calling myself out too. Like, it's part of who I am. Yeah. Sebastian is also my favorite male bachelor. I love him. It's 10 a.m. late for y'all. It depends on your lifestyle. It's really arbitrary, actually. Yeah, crank your hog up and go for a ride. Yeah. Sebastian's really cool. He reminds me of James from Twin Peaks. He's kind of giving a little James Dean. It's not that bad, Ghost. I'm not saying it's bad, but I think like people have said to me, people have said that to me. I'm mostly reflecting what I've heard, people's takes on my own lifestyle. That's really not that bad. Sorry, I'm not trying to say that it's bad. I should be clear. Be clear. Waking up at 10 a.m. not that bad. That's just what he does in the game. So it just reminds me of myself in a lot of ways. A flyleaf. Where did the flyleaf come from? That's wild. They're dumb. Yeah, I've encountered a lot of dumb people in my life, to be honest. I love Sebastian. I think he's the best male bachelor out there. Sebastian is actually S tier for me. I put him right above the dwarf, but below Caroline. S feels right. Okay, Shane. Shane is also a struggling alcoholic. Shane's got a rough life. He has a good heart. I think his intentions are pure. Um, he's working at Joja Mart. It's not a fun job. He's got some demons that he's fighting, but his intentions are pure, and he loves the people around him, and he tries to take good care of them. I think what Shane does is that he neglects himself and puts others first to his own detriment. Yeah, he literally adopted Jazz. Do I like Shane personally? No, not at all. Not even a little bit. But yeah, I think that like I do empathize with him, and I do see. It's easy for me to put myself in his shoes and understand where he's coming from. And I don't know. There's something about Shane that it kind of softens me. I don't know. There's something about him. I don't know. I'm gonna put Shane in like high C tier, maybe like above Sam for sure, below Demetrius. I think it was good for Shane. I did not expect S tier to be so full. There's a lot of people in Stardew I really love. It reminds me of the dad from Rugrats. Oh, are we talking about Phil? No, that's Phil and Lil. Stu. We're talking about Stu, right? That makes sense. Goblin in S tier feels like a bit, but I love it. Yeah, yeah, maybe a little bit, maybe tiny. Shane is depression core. Yeah, yeah, Stu. All right. I don't even know what his name is. D tier. Him and Jazz in D tier. Look, I just don't like the kids. They're boring. Okay, Willie Vincent. Thank you. Sick name actually. Y'all ever listen to Saint Vincent? Really good band. Yeah, Vincent. Sick name. Jazz and Vincent, like really sick names. But there's not much for me to say. Willie, however, Willie is very chill. I think Stardew Valley has the greatest fishing minigame of all time. Man, I'll happily die on that hill. And you would never be able to fish if it wasn't for Willie. He's a great guy. I got no beef with Willie. Shane is based off of one of Concerned Ape's friends. Oh, I didn't know that. That is interesting to know. Willie might be one of my faves. I like Willie a lot. He definitely doesn't smell good. You know Willie smells like the fish, right? Like, but that doesn't matter. Okay. I like Willie a lot. I love Willie? No, but I think Willie is like probably like high B, maybe pushing A. Maybe pushing A. Actually, I like Willie better than Linus. I like him better than Harvey. I don't like him better than Abigail though. I think this is where Willie stops. Sort of low A tier for me, Willie. He's cool. We just don't have a lot in common. You know, Willie is we just don't have a lot in common. But I like him. I like him. All right, we got one left. We got the wizard. The wizard is really cool. He lives in a tower all by himself. He loves casting spells. You know, I think he might be Jazz's father, so maybe perhaps the wizard is sort of dodging parental responsibilities by isolating himself in the woods. I don't really know what's going on there with Willie. I mean, not Willie, the wizard. Interesting. I feel like there's a lot of lore with the wizard that I'm not quite privy to. Maybe some unspoken drama, but ultimately, I like the wizard. The wizard is so aromantic, but he gets it. Yeah. He I love the way that he's dressed. I love his purple aesthetic. I feel pretty good about the wizard. I just like him. I think wizard is like high A tier for me. I like him better than Abigail. He might be Abigail's dad. I don't know. I like him better than Marnie. I don't like him better than Jody. So wizard, sort of middle of the A tier. Pretty good. This is it, guys. This is the Stardew Valley tier list. Thanks for watching. Thanks for helping me make some decisions here. This was a good talk. This was fun to do. I really enjoyed this. This is a good way to end the stream. We started off rough, but we ended strong. Only 30 minutes of overtime. I think it took me an hour and a half to get through this, and it'll probably take me twice the amount of time to edit it. But yeah, I'll edit this and upload it later on YouTube. I'll save this and post it in the Discord. Did I get rid of my tier list channel? Probably. I fear that I did. I'm blowing raspberries on my cat's tummy and she's letting me. That's insane. You cannot be serious.